Okay, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as I possibly can. I wanted to do a quick video explaining me and kind of what I've gone through. I wrote it all out. If you want to read it, awesome. I'm going to try to just do a quick video describing it too, because I know a lot of people don't like to read. So my name is Jennifer. I'm 38 years old. I just recently had bariatric surgery. I'm 3 weeks out actually at this point. Yes, it's been 3 weeks since I've had surgery. 4 weeks total since I started the weight loss, because I lost like 11 pounds before surgery. So, let's see, running back history-wise. Basically, when I was 15, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And then, like, it magically went away. The doctor said, you don't have hypothyroidism anymore. You're fine. And I'm like, okay. At 19, I was diagnosed with IBS, which caused a whole bunch of other issues. And then I got married at 19, and shortly after we had our first miscarriage, it was a spontaneous miscarriage. So, we ended up having 3 miscarriages between 2000 and, so we got married in 2006. So between 2006 and 2009, we had 3 miscarriages. So I guess maybe it was 2005 when we had our first miscarriage. Maybe it was before we got married. It's been a long time. I apologize. My memory is not the best with dates. So anyways, we had 3 miscarriages. After our second miscarriage, they started doing blood work, trying to figure out what was causing me to miscarry. They found a blood clotting disorder, and they said that's what was causing it. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. Put me on medications. Then we had our third miscarriage, and our third miscarriage just about undid us. It was really rough. It was the hardest of our miscarriages. It was rough on both of our relationship, my husband and I's relationship, as well as our relationship with God. I mean, we were both Christians. We were both saved. We both believed in God, but we weren't actively going to church. We weren't reading the Bible. We weren't doing the things that we should have been doing. Especially at that crucial time in our life. We were so young, we were very young, living on our own, making $7 an hour, barely making it, and going through 3 miscarriages that young, fresh in a marriage is very, very hard. And I'm amazed that we made it through. God willing, we made it through. So, I mean, it had to have been him, like by design, it had to have been him. But anyway, so the third miscarriage really, 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 really was hard for us. Did some more tests. They thought I was postmenopausal at one point, which that was crazy. Then it turned out that I actually have PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's like tons of cysts all over your ovaries, causes all kinds of hormone issues. It's an insulin resistance. It causes, like, a lot of women that have facial hair. It causes weight gain. Makes it really hard to lose weight. A lot of other stuff. It ends up causing diabetes most of the time in people, and so on and so forth. So if you want to know what PCOS is, go look it up. It's insane, and a lot of women are affected by it, and they don't even know it, so it's kind of sad. It also causes miscarriages, or prevents you from getting pregnant. That's the other thing, too. So, after I found out I had PCOS, they put me on metformin. I got pregnant with our first child. He was a miracle baby through and through. Got in a car accident with him, rode roller coasters while I was pregnant with him, didn't know I was pregnant with him, and he definitely came out perfectly fine. We named him Matthew, which means a gift from God, which is kind of funny, and it's something I'll talk about later. He was great. He's amazing. We had him, and then very quickly, I started gaining weight, like, rapidly. Probably, I want to say maybe, like, a month or 2 after I had him, and just all of a sudden just started gaining a ton of weight. I gained 60 pounds in about 4 months, and nobody could figure out why. They just kept telling me I was fat. They kept telling me I was eating too much. They kept telling me, I had a bulging disc in my back, and that's what was causing the pain that I had in my legs, and they kept telling me all these things that didn't make any sense. Finally, I got to the right doctor, and he figured out I had no thyroid. My thyroid had shut down. So that thyroidism that they said, that hypoactive thyroid that I had when I was 15, apparently came back. Apparently it really never was gone, and the doctors didn't know what they were talking about. I don't know how that works, but the point being, my thyroid messed up again. It all came back. And needless to say, shortly after having a baby, I'm only 5 foot, y'all, so I'm short. I'm very short. I have no waist. My ribs and my hips have like this much space between them. So when I got pregnant, I got very large outward. I was already overweight, so that didn't help either. But I wasn't like grossly overweight. I was just a little overweight. And then, you know, when I got pregnant, my belly just went straight out. Like, I got huge. Very, very large pregnancy, which stretched out my belly, of course. And then I gained 40 pounds, or 60 pounds. It was 60 pounds in about 4 months. And that all went into that stretched out belly. So then I got the apron belly hang really, really bad, which is not amazing. So long story short there. Matthew's amazing. He came out great. I gained all that weight. They finally figured out what was causing it. I lost a good chunk of it, but then that's really when my weight started just being an issue. And then while I was pregnant with Matthew, I had preeclampsia, and then I was gestational diabetic as well. Fast forward 2 years later, within 2 years, we had another 2 miscarriages. One was another spontaneous, and then the second one was a tubal. That one was pretty scary and rough too. And, again, a lot of weight shifts with that. And then I got pregnant, let's see, in 2012 is when I had my second child. I feel like I'm missing something. Let me check my notes. Hold on. 2012 was when I had my second kid, and he was another blessing. He was amazing. He's so sweet. And we named him Jacob. So, yeah, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. So at this point, the count of pregnancies is 6, okay? So I got the 3 miscarriages, Matthew, then I had 2 miscarriages, and then Jacob. So that makes 7 pregnancies at Jacob, okay? So all those times my body has gone through all that shift of being pregnant, not pregnant, pregnant, not pregnant, pregnant, not pregnant, and just hormones like crazy and all kinds of messing with my weight and everything else. So then I had him, and we tried so many diets after that. Like, I kept gaining weight, and we tried Weight Watchers, we joined It Works, we did low carb, we did, no sugar, we tried all these diets, and then we gave up, and we just kind of like, well, whatever, we'll just eat whatever we want and be happy. In 2019, I got diagnosed with diabetes, and that was kind of a wake-up call for me. Was very upset. I was very not happy because my mom has diabetes, and I've watched her be and struggle with it for a lot of years, so I was not happy. So that was 2019, and then I started on Ventermine then, and I did really well. Like, I lost a little bit of weight. I changed how I was eating, and I lost a little bit of weight, but then very quickly I just gained it back. That's kind of been my life. It's been like and then let's see, so it was 2019, I skipped something, sorry, 2017, 2017, we started doing keto. And when we started doing keto, within 3 months, like, we had lost a lot of weight. I think we lost like 30 pounds, ish. I had lost at least 30 pounds, and then we got pregnant again. And again, we miscarried. It was a very, very, very scary, very horrible miscarriage. It was a tubal, and it ruptured my tube. I was like bleeding to death. I had 2 liters of blood inside me. My blood pressure had bottomed out. I was rushed into emergency surgery. I thought I wasn't going to come back. I honestly thought I wasn't going to come back. And I was not right with God. I mean, I was saved, but I was not right with God. And I think that was kind of the beginning of my wake-up call with my relationship with God, honestly. It was very heartbreaking. It was very scary. My kids were old enough to understand that I was pregnant, and so to lose the baby was very hard on them too. So then that made 8 pregnancies. So my body 8 times has been pregnant now, at that point. So, and then, okay, so fast forward then 2019, got diagnosed with diabetes, started losing weight, trying to lose weight, back forth, no success. And 2020 is whenever we found our home church. Yay, First Assembly of God, amazing church. Anyways, we found a church, and we both started working on a relationship with God, and I really think that made a huge difference. Obviously, that made a huge difference in our lives. Our lives completely started changing. So it was just awesome. Anyways, so we found our home church in 2020. 2022, I started phentermine again, and then my doctor got me on Mounjaro. I lost about 40 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I lost 40 pounds, and then I quit smoking, thinking, hey, I'm losing weight, let me quit smoking, make myself healthier, and I gained all 40 pounds back. And then I hadn't been able to lose anything since. So I literally gained 40 pounds after quitting smoking. I'm now 2 years smoke-free. Woo woo. But I was on Mounjaro for a year. I did Ozempic for a year. And then I did Ribelsis. And I tried all these different things, and I couldn't lose any weight. And I wasn't losing any weight. My diabetes was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. My A1C finally got up to 9 when I was like, okay, I got to do some changes. So I really started looking into weight loss surgery. I had contemplated weight loss surgery back in 2017. I told my husband then that I wanted to do it, but we were just trying to do weight loss the normal way without having to have surgery, or what I thought was the normal way, and anyway, so after watching a lot of people lose weight and do really well with it, I decided to go ahead and let's look into it. And then I prayed about it, and prayed, 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 and I kept asking God for signs. Tell me if this is where I'm supposed to go. Tell me. Give me a red stop. Like, just tell me if this is not what I'm supposed to do. I made it all the way through. So after lots of discussions with my husband and convincing him that this is what God wants me to do, and this is where I need to go, because this is what my brain keeps telling me this is the right solution for me. I made it all the way through the process, and every step of the way I kept asking God, if this is not where you want me to go, please let me know. Give me a sign. Tell me something that's not right for me. And all the way through, I made it all the way, and no signs. So I'm like, okay, this is what you want me to do. Are you sure, God? Like, I don't know how many times I prayed. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? So we started that process in October of last year. March 21st, I had my surgery. I am now currently down 25 pounds, which may not sound like a lot, but for me is amazing. I feel like a whole brand new person already, and I'm just starting. I'm only 3 weeks out. So I know this journey is going to be crazy. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to feel better. I'm also going to help continue to strengthen my relationship with God and my husband's relationship with God, my family's relationship with God. That's my goal. And then to share that with you guys as well. So whatever I can do to inspire you, whether that's with your relationship with God, whether that's give you ideas on ways to eat healthier, I'm learning. So as I learn, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So really, I'm going to do some quick posts of stuff that I posted in a group that I was starting after surgery. Actually, I started the week before surgery. I was just going to do a small group of just like friends and family, but then I decided that's not really helping very many people, and I kind of felt like God was telling me that he wanted me to share more. So I'm going to try to do this page, and hopefully the right people get to see it, and you guys hear something that helps you. So if you have any questions, any concerns, anything spiritual, anything weight loss, anything. I'm a mom. Shoot, I've had 2 kids and 6 babies up in heaven waiting for me. So whatever, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And let's have this fun. Let's have fun with this journey together. 3 weeks out. So I got 3 weeks of stuff that I got to post that I'm going to try to just kind of clump together. Otherwise, let's go. Let's do this. Wish me luck. We'll see.